Coming through. it is. It's lovely, isn't it? is alright.
It's now Ballock spot.
I know.
You hadn't Portadown?
No, I think I'll just do Scarva and back.
Alright. Nice spot up there, isn't it?
It is, it's great.
You do this regular?
Yeah, I try and I've partially retired there in work from the 1st of February, so I've 2 sort of days extra in the week now.
Oh, very good.
And I try and get out 2 or 3 times a week.
You have to get out and keep the head right.
Well, that's it. You get bored sitting around the house. There's only so many times you can cut the grass.
There's so many you want to cut it too.
Yeah, that's true.
I haven't been up here in years.
Oh, it's fabulous, like it's.
It is.
And the fact that you can go all the way to Portadown.
That means a whole lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. How you doing?
It's a brilliant day for it.
It is, yeah, and I think the rain's coming in now on Sunday, so figure get out today, take a wee rest tomorrow, maybe go out Sunday morning before the rain comes. But I think the temperatures have dropped down by about 8 degrees now.
As much as that?
Yeah. Still, this is weird, like for this time of year.
I was out Sunday morning past there, it was quite cold, very windy.
Yes, Sunday I was out. Yeah, I was out Sunday as well. Yeah, down here again, and it was quite windy. And so you know this place does be that exposed at times.
Down round all around.
All right.
Shore road there and all is very exposed.
Yeah. I've actually cycled there in the past now with the club.
Right.
I think we've done a sportive down there. I'm trying to think of whose it was.
There was a charity one from a primary school.
Well, I'm only really back on the bike this last year, so. How you doing, folks?
No, there was a charity one done at a primary school down there, but they had to cancel it and
Right.
all the insurances.
Yeah,
I did it, it was 50 some miles outbound.
yeah. With the boys in what do you call the cycling club in Newcastle?
Oh yeah, Shimla Wheelers, is it?
Shimna, that's right, yeah, Shimna. They used to run one sort of between Castlewell and Refrain and sort of back down to the GAA club there.
I did it 1 year. It started in the Gaelic pitch.
Yeah.
I did do it 1 year.
I did it a couple of times, you know. How you doing?
It comes up round the S.
Yeah. Oh, it's mad. I don't do the big long ones. I do the shorter ones. So
Right.
I'm a bit too old for that.
Haven't done any of those in a long time either.
No, me neither. I mean, our own club there, we used to have the first one of the season roughly every year. We called it the Spring 60, but COVID killed it. You know, like, I think COVID killed a lot of clubs.
It did. It boosted bike sales on sale.
Yeah.
It definitely did. No, I haven't done any. I'm hoping now to get over to Bangor.
Oh yeah.
Theirs is now in June.
Oh, is that the big one down the?
Arch Peninsula.
Yes, I've done that. I did
a
that.
couple of times before. It's quite good.
Yeah.
But again, you need a decent day and it's very windy out there.
That's it. But at least it's flat. That's the one thing about it. Apart from the couple of wee roads going through Newton Arch on your way back.
Aye, they've changed it. They don't come up the carriageway, sure they don't.
Oh God, I haven't done it like since. I think the one and only time I done was probably about 2018.
Aye. That was the. See, that started out at a leisure centre out Belfast Road.
Oh.
There's football pitches now.
I can't remember. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember just a big car park somewhere.
Aye, they've moved it up to the main swimming pool now. Up above the police station.
Right.
But I think they've changed the route. They've sort of come inland from Grey Abbey. Straight up into Bangor.
Oh, that's probably better.
There's a lot of the back roads there. I don't know about distance.
Yeah, because Newton Arch, as I say, the one and only time we did it, was a lot of traffic, you know, and a lot of traffic signals.
A Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
Hey
then.
This
Yeah, so you know, it's, you'd be afraid of it just with that. And you know yourself, a lot of drivers are not the most patient with cyclists.
It's, a lot of years ago now, there was a nice joy in it, but it's not the same joy now, especially with traffic.
Yeah.
I would normally go out there 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
Right.
Do 40, 50 miles. Very little traffic.
Yeah, cold though.
It's cold, but later on in the season it's not so bad. It's
Yeah.
we be up over Scarva and things. It's lovely up there at 9 o'clock in the morning. But I find that the amount of boys that go out now has dropped away.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, our club sort of died off. You know, they're slowly going back together again.
Right.
And I don't even know how organised it is, you know, because I sort of dropped out of it completely. I came off the bike about 2020, shortly after COVID, you know what I mean? I just never, you know the way just when you stop.
It's very hard to get going.
Yeah. And I started piling on weight and that kept me off it.
Yes.
And then, unfortunately last year I had a heart attack.
Oh.
And I ended up having heart surgery, quadruple bypass. So, as part of my recovery, I thought I'm going to get back on the bike. So I've been at it since about April or June, or April or May of last year.
And key is know your limit.
Yeah, but that's it, you know, and I think too, in terms of roads and that there, I've got a fear now, you know, from having had the chest broken open. I'd be afraid to get clipped. So that's why I stay here, you know what I mean? I just do this at my own pace, my own time, and it just keeps the fitness up.
Yeah, I would love this to get closer, but
yeah.
What do you do?
Oh, well, that's it. It's a long out drive for you.
It's a long run. I was off today, and this is why not. Spend your day doing worse things.
Exactly. And so I was off on Monday there, so my grass is all cut. So there's no excuse to just lay around the house.
Everything's tidied up for the rain now.
Yeah.
I'm the same stuff. I was just watching the weather and the wind and all, and it seemed real good.
Yeah. Yeah, a neighbour of mine has a couple of big trees, and I can always tell what way the wind's going by how his trees are bent, you know.
Of course.
And I don't even think there was a movement out of them this morning.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah.
I was watching the weather app and it said there's only got 2 mile an hour wind in Scarva, so I took it as halfway, so I was pretty good.
Are you going on to Portadown yourself?
Aye. I'll just go up there till up to the end, up to the shopping centre.
Oh yeah.
Take a minute or two and come back again.
That's it. I used to go down and just sit, you know where the rowing club is?
Aye, that's a bit further on.
Yeah, I would have just sat there at the wee bench and watched them.
It's just something. I had 2 other boys meant to come out with me on Sunday morning, and 2 minutes before I went out the door, they cried off. So.
That's like me. You see, I sat last night with a bottle of wine and a few beers.
Right.
And then I just thought, you know, I'm not going to kill myself to get up at 8:30 in the morning and go out when it's cold. I'll wait an hour until it warms up, and I'll enjoy it probably a lot better.
Warmed up nicely,
yeah, it's great. It's 14 degrees there when I left the car. I'm sure it's better now. Morning, folks. How you doing?
The surface and all makes an awful difference, doesn't it?
It does.
The road down our way, well, the resurfaced an awful lot of roads in the last few weeks. So.
Oh, here, you better pull in. There's a van coming up behind us. Roughly there now. On my way back, I usually add just a wee bit on. That'll give me 20 miles. If you do it just where I turn here, I just go up to where the road, the path meets the road, and turn around.
Right.
And that I think it'll come in about 19.6 miles.
Right, so Scarva's slightly shorter than that.
Just, yeah. Well, that's it. I've sort of got the buzz for it again, But obviously, as I said, you came out in need. But
yeah,
it's good to be at it. And sure, now, as I say, now that I've gone down to 3 days a week, you need something to fill your day.
Yeah. We did lap the lock one time, it was 5 of us.
Oh, yeah.
And there was, not looking back a bit, but there was this English guy. He was in his 70s. But he was taking his turn at the front. No issues, didn't fall off or nothing.
That's it. You see, if you keep it up, it's...
I think he was from the Lake District, so I can't remember.
Oh, right.
He said he was a group of mates of his all go out together, and one of them had heart surgery. And he says, we can just about keep up one now. So he's knocked him back a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this is it. You see, coming into the winter there in October, I kept my eye out on the buy and sell pages on Facebook there.
Oh, aye.
And I spotted a wee sort of hybrid cyclocross bike.
Right.
Wee cheap one now, that Carrera.
Yes.
I think Halford sells them.
Yes.
And it was like, well, it'd be probably about 10 years old now. So no disc brakes, just the old brakes, but thicker tyres,
Yeah.
And I stopped it up for 120 quid, it was the lid.
There you are.
So the fella told me he had kept it in the shed for about 4 years. Wee bits of rust and that on it, so I threw it into Bridge End Bikes there in the town.
Aye.
Got a wee service on it just to free it up, And that's what I've been riding all winter until I decided to take this one off the wall last week and put the back tyre on it again and take her out. So I can sort of feel it in the legs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm cycling here just in the one gear, and it's a good tight gear, and it's not really causing me any pain. So
Good. Aye, there's plenty of nice wee bargains out there.
yeah, if you just you bide your time and wait on it.
A mate of mine, he sort of deals in them, buys and sells and all.
Right.
He says there's no big appetite for sales at the minute. We're going to quit it. The next thing is now a couple bought.
Yeah.
Sell again.
We see, all it takes, you see a stretch of weather like that there,
Yeah, absolutely.
and people think to themselves, God, I must go and get a bike.
Everything's focused on health now.
Yeah.
And how little the government can do for you.
Oh, I know that. How you doing?
This one in your man in Newcastle for first service on Monday.
Right.
The guy down there up above the Burndale, if you know it.
I know the Portadown, but
Just up above there is a big industrial estate. There's a couple of places on it. There's the heavy end of the track and active bikes and everything.
yeah.
He was telling me, I house trade this fella for almost years. I've never sold as many bikes over 6,000 as I've done this year.
Done?
And
God.
he says there's a guy come in and he reamed off the name of this bike anyway. And it's 12 grand. Right, order it and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't ask for discount, nothing. It's 3 months coming.
Jesus.
2 months.
How you doing?
2 months after he ordered it. He come in and bought a brand new mountain bike at 8 grand.
Jesus.
No discount, asked for it again, he said. Got 20 grand, 2 bikes.
That sounds like my brother. He mountain bikes, and he'd happily drop a couple of grand or 4 or 5 grand on a good one. You know what I mean?
Aye.
But then he's like myself. He unfortunately had a heart attack about 10, 15 years ago. and he was quite young at the time, and ever since, you know, when he got back to health, he just decided that was it. He was going to lose weight and he was going to do everything. So
some people do get a bit of a warning.
yeah, well that's it, that's what I counted, you know. I mean, according to the surgeon, I'm probably fitter and healthier than most people in my own age, simply because I have four new arteries going into my heart. So
Aye.
all of which were taken out of one leg. So
Well then it's the balls in your court how you look after yourself.
this is it, yeah. You have to bow to yourself, just not to lay around the house feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah. Like I say, some people get a warning. My dad, he got a heart attack at 44. The time he got to the hospital, he was gone.
Yeah.
You know, so
My own went when I was only 13 back in '79. You know, and he got a wee bit of a warning, but you know, these days obviously they keep you alive with medication and stuff, and whatever, which they didn't have back then.
no.
He lay in bed for about a week and then suddenly back. But it's remarkable what they do now.
Oh, big thing. If this on your doorstep, you won't go far around.
No, that's it. You know, and I don't even cycle. I'm from over towards where the hospital is, up that end of the town.
Yeah.
I just throw her on the bike rack from there.
Yeah.
You know, I could cycle down if I wanted to, but there's a lot of junctions between my house and there.
Yeah. And no one's any time to it.
Oh, exactly. So I say I wouldn't run the risk of getting clipped by somebody who's impatient.
No, and they wouldn't even stop to see if you're alright.
No, not at all. Well,
So they left looking to see if the damage the car.
that's it.
People in the last 20 years, it's just a complete different one.
Oh no, that's
Not a better one.
no. This is it. You know, anyway, for what happened last year, I now understand why. What's the point of rushing? You know, so
Aye.
you always get there in the end.
Yeah. Yes, probably has a lot to do with things too.
True.
You have to look at, you sit back and look at things a different way, different perspective on things.
Well, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it turned me upside down last year.
Yeah.
You know, and now I used to worry about everything. I used to worry about money and
Yeah.
getting the mortgage paid, and then the mortgage finished 2 years ago. So,
Yeah.
you know, me and her is no debts. So, what is there to worry about?
Well, this is it. I often think about going buying myself a new car and things like that there, but why?
Yeah.
The newer vehicles aren't worth as good as the new one.
No, that's it.
They did that, the only man smiling the bank on it and salesman.
Oh, I know. I actually I did that for my missus just before Christmas. But it was time her car was starting to conk out. I think the flywheel was going on it and it wasn't charging properly, so I just thought, well, we have the money. I spotted one down in Oma, actually being sold by a distant relative. They're crowd of new cars down there, so we went down and he knocked a few £100 off it. I thought that'll do. So
It's not the same dealing with them anymore as it used to be.
no, well, I was lucky enough to have cash to give, so I didn't have to take out finance and
Aye.
pay a load of extra for what, like. There you go. How you going? Here, that's me. I'll see you. All the best.